Kom ons keer terug en ons maak tyd vir ander, maar kom ons maak ook tyd vir onsself. See what is the saddest part of being minister for instance. Almal wil net deel ons vir die as dit stil op vanoggend, net so vir 'n baie vraag stel. Wanneer laas ek die predikant in die huis gekom het, wanneer die as counselor gegaan het in die huis, daar is persoon vir die kan ek verkoop. Soms is daar nog steeds dinge van mense doen, en hy wil sê, don't for something. Not that we expect favors from ons soek op my julle toe. Julle. I would like to leave you this morning. Remember tomorrow my day will come. Miskien ook nie net nog. Kom ons maak tyd vir alles. Kom ons maak tyd vir ons families. Kom ons maak tyd vir al vir ons kinders. Kom ons maak tyd vir ons gemeenskap. Kom ons maak tyd vir onsself. How often do we hear the following? As daar 'n leer is, en wil ons mos nie dat dit klaar maak nie. But sometimes when we sit in church, we don't be sick. Ons het tyd vir baie ander dinge. Ons het seker dat we can talk this out. If we don't know we can afsluit. Yes, I was so glad. He's glad already when I see that the maid is also on the and the doctor me about yeah. So mense vandag wil ek vir u vra. Moet jy dan wat plan voor u? Because after the what was plan, it was best to see. Like here at home so it's all the right time. As I say that here for you, Sunday, stand with this way. Here is something like that. Step the fathers. Around you do that. We let the way. Here God, jy is 'n Vader. Dankie dat ons kan bid, Here. U gee ons tyd vir alles. Want U sê, Here, daar's tyd vir alles. 'n Tyd om gebore te word, 'n tyd om te sterf. 'n Tyd ook, Here, wat U vir ons gun, omdat U, Here, omgee vir ons. Daarom is die gebed van my hart vanoggend, Here, dat U vir elkeen, ja, Here, in hierdie oggenduur sal hom vol met die goddelike liefde. Because you're a God of love, God of grace, God of mercy, to sustain our lives throughout every minute of the day. Here is gebed from my heart, that you will unite once again all political parties, that you will unite the way you have called the disciples, dat hulle ook soos die 12 sal wees, wat oor een saak bekry is en dit is, om eendag ook die koninkryk van die hemel te werk. Laat ons hier begin om bekommerd te wees, want ons weet nie wat net doen vir ons in. Sterk die hande, Here, van hulle wat hierdie dorp en omliggende gedeeltes, Here, lei vir ons burgemeester. Ja, Heer, vir hulle wat die besluitmakers is, saam met sy deputy, sterk hulle hande, Here, laat hou het omhoog, Heer. En dit is juist hulle wat saam met hom in hierdie saak is, wat hom daartoe moet help. Ek bid vir u, net Here, u genade, sodat u met hulle elke sal wees en die pad met hulle sal loop in Jesus naam. Amen. Ek wens u 'n geseënde vergadering.
Thank you very much for sharing the gospel this morning with our council. Thank you for reminding us of the importance of the parents, because we are only just humans. It is so that we cannot do anything without God, and therefore your praise this morning are welcome. I would like to invite you to attend the council meeting should you have time. You're more than welcome to join us in the gallery. But I also understand that people like yourself are very, very busy. So if you would like to excuse yourself, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
I would love to stay, but I think there's still another meeting that I
You're more than welcome to be excused. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you.
Well, Pastor Hubert excused himself. We then want the Executive Deputy Mayor to take a seat, and then we will proceed with the council meeting. Honorable Executive Mayor, Executive Deputy Mayor, all members of council, the municipal manager, all our directors present here this morning, our support staff, Onya Marie, who is our sign language interpreter, welcome to her this morning. To who is our own interpreter, welcome to yourself. We have some members in the gallery. I would like to welcome all present. A special welcome to members from our Junior Town Council. We have our students here as observers as they wish to learn and see how the business of council are being conducted. And I hope that you will be able to take something from this meeting. Very, very welcome. Thank you for your time. I would just like to ask if I can have confirmation if Councillor Annie Jansen van Rensburg and Councillor Kutsia is online, and I can please assist me to confirm.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm attending the council meeting.
Thank you very much, Councillor Jansen van Rensburg. Councillor Kutsia, are you online? Councillor Kutsia. Okay, Councillor Kutsia is not online, then we may have apology for you this morning, or other councillors are being present. I would like to request councillors to kindly please sign the attendance register. Councillor Peter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this morning I message from Jean-Pierre Conde was in the hospital. I reached out to come to WhatsApp. I told you what
Thank you very much for that communication. We then note that Councillor Konto has been hospitalized. I'd also like to take this opportunity to say a warm welcome to the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Porter, who has been hospitalized. It's good to see you in the council chambers this morning. We had one councillor who had COVID. She was very, very sick. Also good to see her joining a council meeting. Colleagues, correctly so, as the past has indicated, it is important that we keep a solid balance and take care of ourselves. We wish all councillors a speedy recovery, and for the rest of the team to really please to take care of yourself. The attendance register has been circulating. Point 3 on the agenda in terms of application of leave of absence. None has been received on my side. Is there any?
Nothing on my side.
Nothing from admin. We then on Roman 4 on the agenda this morning. The disclosure of interest in terms of Schedule 1, Code of Conduct for Councillors in terms of the Local Government Municipal Systems Act 2000, Act 32 of 2000. Is there any council wishes to disclose interest on the agenda this morning? Can we please have the red light for Councillor Porter?
Good morning, Speaker. Good morning, councillors. Yes, with reference to the last item on the agenda, of course. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Porter. Director Nell, I see your right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. I just would like to state that the mayor and myself will be leaving the meeting just before 11 to attend to another meeting in the town hall. And the mayor wanted to save himself, but I have to excuse myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Nell. We then note that the mayor and the director will be excusing themselves to attend to the church leaders meeting that has been scheduled for 11 o'clock. So, yes, sir, you may proceed.
Good morning, Speaker. Yes, I also need to be excused at 11 for a tender meeting, then I'll return straight after that.
Thank you very much. Our acting director. We then record as such. Is there any other notice that I need to take note of? None. We then at Roman 5 of our agenda, the disclosure of benefits in terms of Schedule 2, Section 5, Code of Conduct for Officials of the Local Government Municipal Systems Act 2000, Act 32 of 2000. Is there any official who needs to disclose interest, Municipal Manager?
Nothing to Speaker.
I note as such. Thank you very much. Roman 6 on the agenda. The confirmation and signing of previous council minutes. Minutes of the open council meeting held on Thursday, the 23rd of February 2023, folio numbers 1048 to 233. Can I please have a proposal in this regard?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do propose.
Thank you very much. Do we have a seconder?
Yes, you do, Madam Speaker. Councillor van Dijk.
Thank you very much, Councillor van Dijk, and a happy birthday to you. I will also, in my communications, again just congratulate yourself for celebrating your birthday today. Is there any input on the minutes of the council meeting of the 23rd of February? I see no right, we accept as such. The minutes then of the special council meeting held on Monday, the 27th of February 2023, folio numbers 2338 to 319. Can I please have a proposal in this regard?
Yes, Madam Speaker. I will propose. Councillor van Dijk.
Thank you very much, Councillor van Dijk. Do we have a seconder for Councillor van Dijk?
Madam Speaker, I do second it.
Thank you very much, Councillor Lalamay. Is there any councillor who wishes to raise anything to the minutes? See the light of Councillor Buddha, you may proceed.
Madam Speaker, I see that in the presidency list, indeed, admit and absent and not reaching any resident in the contribution. I don't know that I missed the attendance. They decided that time in that we look at adjustment of the budget. There is no need, but I see the ghost of man's talk. What's the budget?
Yeah, Councillor Buddha, I can recall as such you were present because you spoke in that meeting. So just then rectification and administration. Councillor Buddha perhaps just missed that attendance register. Thanks, Councillor. There's nothing else. We then proceed. Roman 7 on our agenda. Cognizance of the executive mayors and deputy executive mayor's resolution in terms of delegated authority as provided for in section 5918 of the Act on Local Government Municipal Systems 32 of 2000. Item numbers FC10 to FC15. Item numbers G6 to G12, item numbers CS6 to CS13, items PE19 to and then UB9 to UB16. Can I please have a proposal in this regard?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do propose.
Thank you very much, Councillor Delamay. Do I have a second for Councillor Delamay, please?
Yes, Madam Speaker, you do. Councillor van Dijk.
Councillor van Dijk, thank you very much. Any Councillor wishes to raise any previous point. Councillor Kudasi, you'd like to proceed?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I compliment these members, especially the UB. I got there and then hit through. But I liked, Madam Speaker, the Department of Finance to keep on doing the good job to go in our community, especially looking for those that are vulnerable. Most of the poor in terms of the cancellation of what you call the
Sit downs of delegated authority as per Council Resolution T127 of November 2008 as provided for in Section 591A of the Act on Local Government Municipal Systems 32/2000. The items there, GM7 to GM9. Can I please have a proposal, Mr. Carr?
Yes, Madam Speaker, you do. I would propose, Councillor Van Dijk.
Thank you very much, Councillor Van Dijk. Do we have a seconder for Councillor Van Dijk?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do second.
Thank you very much, Delamain. Councillor Delamain, is there any councillor wishes to raise or ask any questions at this stage? No, thank you very much. We are then at Roman 9 of the agenda. The communications by our Executive Mayor, Alderman Kutsa, and I now hand over to the Mayor to address the Council and the members of public. Executive Mayor.
Honourable Madam Speaker, Manolia, Deputy Mayor Flippy, to all the mayoral committee members, to our youth representatives here, warm welcome to you this morning, and to all our residents, Eminem and your team. It's good to have all of you here together this morning, and I would like to share a few thoughts and a bit of news. And the first one was the partnership of power. So last week, members of the municipal executive, industry stakeholders, and I met with the group CEO of the state-owned Petroleum Oil and Gas Corporation of South Africa to explore opportunities for partnership-driven solution to the energy crisis in Mossel Bay. This followed previous meetings with Petro SA to discuss the intention to build a gas-fired power plant in Mossel Bay to help fight load shedding. The Petro SA acting CEO, Ms. Sandasiwe Nkamani, indicated that depending the acquisition of the necessary infrastructure such as turbines, the project could be ready in 18 to 24 months and could see an additional 180 megawatt generation capacity fed into the grid. It's important that we understand that we're talking about baseload power here. Ms. Nkamani said Petro SA has sufficient stock of tail gas to provide the baseload needs of 82 megawatt needed for the Mossel Bay municipal area. A key advantage of the relationship with Petro SA as it pertains to energy sustainability, as it will decrease the municipality's burden on the national grid, which would leave scope to request leniency from Eskom. I can today announce that Mossel Bay Municipality and Petro SA plan to enter into a memorandum of understanding that will secure a baseload for the town and its environs, and that item will come to council hopefully as soon as possible. With your indulgence, Madam Speaker. This project may alleviate the town's immediate need for alternative energy, while other initiatives such as solar power plants and mini grids are being developed. Mossel Bay Municipality is regarded as a reliable partner, considering the municipality's Eskom account that is diligently paid in full. Our Director of Infrastructure Services, Dick Naidu, reiterated that the municipality is not in the business of power generation and therefore will focus on purchasing electricity from Petro SA as a gas off-taker. So yeah, I think we hopefully, Speaker, we are yet again busy with another successful journey with Petro SA, and we really hope that we can drive this deal. Mossel Municipality has over the years initiated several projects to address the sustainable supply of energy, and I'm quickly just going to reflect a bit on them again. We've completed all the foundation energy studies, such as the cost of supply study and the EMP study. Demand side management of approximately 9,000 geyser control units were implemented at residential homes. Energy efficient projects, including pump stations and street light fitting with energy efficient alternative sources. As far as I can remember, we already installed 11,000 street lights with LED lighting, and at this stage we all continue with that rollout, and I think it's quite around about 6 million rand also in this current financial year that we busy implementing more energy sufficiency measures. Then approximately 1,900 solar water heaters have been installed at housing projects with funding from the DMRE. A 30 kVA solar installation with battery backup were installed a few years ago already at the infrastructure service offices. We've completed solar street lighting at the Bluesians in the formal settlements to improve community safety. Installed solar power supply for traffic intersections along Woodbury Road, Mangaberg, other traffic intersections that have UPS backup. And when you go to other towns, you quickly realize that in Mossel, you don't have to get involved in traffic jams. Although our main roads are very busy, we not necessarily get involved in traffic jams at traffic lights, as you see in other towns while there's load shedding. One of the current short-term projects is the procurement of 4 emergency standby generators to maintain critical municipal infrastructure, such as water reticulation that impacts community health. This follows the funding that we've received from province, and the municipality is in the process of procuring 3 650 kVA generators and the 500 kVA generator for which we have received the funding then from province, and for this project I see it's 4.347 million rand. It's interesting, Speaker, I also read that if we will have at stage 4 200 days, those generators will unfortunately use 10 million rand worth of fuel, which is quite a lot of money. And that's once again the effect of load shedding on our town and the economy. Also in the pipeline is the installation of solar panels and batteries for storage at the Tucson Center, valued at about R500,000 in the 23-24 financial year. This will provide between 10 to 20 kilowatt. The medium-term projects include the installation of mini-grids at several of the crucial municipal infrastructure, such as water and wastewater plants, funded from the 23-24 and 24-25 capital programs. These are hybrid PV solar systems with battery storage. The tender process will commence immediately once the draft budget is approved in March 2023. I can just also mention, Speaker, that the 5 million we received from province, that tender already closed last Friday. So we're busy with that. Thank you very much for Director Naidu and Morna, for your whole team, for your efficiency, and also I know that the legal department is also involved with that, and obviously the whole finance team. So thank you very much for your diligent work. Potential sites under consideration for these hybrid PV solar systems with battery storage include Hartenbos Regional Wastewater Treatment Works, where approximately 14 hectares of municipal land is available for a solar farm. The Midpark Wastewater Treatment Works with approximately 5 hectares. The Kleinbach Water Treatment Works, where a 1 hectare portion is available, with more land belonging to Mossel Municipality, Sanral and province. The Great Rock substation site on Earth 199, approximately another hectare is available. The estimated cost, colleagues, that's quite expensive. It's between 35 and 40 million per 1 MVA installation. And element consulting engineers were appointed on 3 March 2023, and the business case will be submitted by the end of March 2023. The tender document scheduled to be completed by May 2023. In the long term, and to enable the municipality to obtain 30 megawatt of electricity from independent power producers or IPPs, the request for proposal not limited to solar energy is being prepared. This agreement will also assist with the reticulation of energy to other areas. A draft tender will likely be finalized by 31 March, and I think that we might be still a week or two away as it stands currently, if I'm correct. One of the initiatives is a planned 30 megawatt solar farm at Mossel, where 22 hectare land is available and the required environmental impact studies are busy with that. The proposed plant is given priority and the decision by the authorities is expected by February 2024, but hopefully we will get that answer or feedback or approval from the EIA even sooner with the help of the regulations. To enable the transmission of electricity from the solar plant to the municipal grid, the 66 kV line is being upgraded from Mossel to the Auckland Botma substation and last I heard that we run about 75% complete. Mossel also forms part of the MER initiative that is spearheaded by the Department of Economical Development and Tourism, the Green Economy Chief Directorate, and supported by the combined efforts of the Department of Local Government, Provincial Treasury, and the Department of Environmental Affairs and Development Planning. I can just mention at the last Premier's Forum about an hour and a half were only spent on energy. So from province's side, they're also trying to assist and collaborating with us to come up with solutions for our towns in the Western Cape. There are several other initiatives in the planning session, such as micropower generation from the Ernest Robertson Dam and the revival of the Great Brook River hydropower station. To name but a few, and I must just mention this year that station is 100 years old. Yeah, it's actually still, some parts of it's still working. I'm not sure if all of it's working, but yeah, that's due to continued maintenance on that. So thank you very much also for that. These initiatives and the ensuing energy sustainability will attract industry to Mossel Bay, making us attractive for economic development and swing job creation. And we've already asked at the previous management meeting that we consider the growth that will happen, especially in our commercial side of town. At this stage, we see that we are doing well with commercial, with residential, a lot of people moving here. But as soon as we're going to find the energy solution, as soon as we find that energy sustainability solution, we will definitely see businesses moving to Mossel Bay at a rapid pace. Then, Speaker, I just want to say something about our continued partnership, something that we are strategically very proud of. And later this morning, as Director Nel mentioned, we will meet again with our faith-based organizations. We last met with them in November 22. The faith-based organizations often deal directly with hopes, dreams, fears, and everybody's everyday needs of our communities. The municipality has a limited budget and limited capacity to address social issues, and therefore wants to work closely with those organizations and institutions to bring about social change in our communities. And at this stage, we're collaborating and having talks to see how we can do that. Today, in partnership with Director Nel, I will meet again with the religious leaders. I'm sorry, Speaker, that it's overlapping with our council meeting. We already advertised in the media, and then we saw the council meeting that had to be moved a day earlier, so that's why we've got that clash. Otherwise, that would have been the case. But we're dealing with that, and then of course partnerships must have tangible impact. Therefore, also a social housing project, the first of its kind outside the city of Cape Town, will be developed with an estimated 250 housing opportunities, and more information in that regard will follow soon. But we are very happy to announce that project. travel on the beach for the oyster catcher route. We will do that route, and then the first one we are very excited to communicate that the previous former public protector, Professor Tuli Mansella, will join us, and that date will also be confirmed. That will be either August or September, and then the final hike for the year will be 2023, where we will hike to the Borderlands Dam. I invite all councillors, your families and friends also to join us in these walks. Colleagues, yes, and then I just I'm very excited, and I'm ending off with that good news that we will launch a municipal app within the next few days. At the 6th of, obviously the announcement is today to council, so we're announcing it today. We've seen a project plan that came through, and at this stage communications will go out. I think there will also be a workshop with the whole council, how the app works. We can obviously also explain to our communities. But yeah, there's a whole rollout plan. It will be communicated to all board committees. Firstly, there will be the 6th of April, there will be training to our staff and so on. So there's a communications plan that they're working on, and the app will be launched to the citizens between the 11th and the 14th of April, and then we will have a continuous drive. At this stage, you will be able to pay your municipal bill on the app. You will be able to log any service delivery request. We'll also be able to select in which area you stay, which ward you stay within the town, and then push notifications and news will be communicated to you through the app. And at this stage, we're also working on for later developments on the app in terms of phase 2. The community will be able to help us with various polling, and whenever we want a decision, hopefully that we can communicate it to our residents, and that they can give feedback how they feel about decisions that will be taken. Thank you very much, Peter. That's from my side.
Thank you very much, Executive Mayor, for your feedback report to council. It's evident that a lot of work has been done by the municipality and the leadership that our municipal manager and council, of course, welcomes in. And we also thank you, Executive Mayor, for the role that you play in that you do. Councillors, we are now then at the communications of the speaker. There's some few things this morning. The Department of Local Government has sent us our law library set, and I see if the councillor has received such set. Many refer to it as our in brackets Bibles, but it may asleep. But it's the legislation, the local government legislation that guides and lead us in terms of what our roles and responsibilities are and the work of the municipality. So I trust that you will find it very valuable to use in ensuring that you also do your jobs effectively. Then we have our list here this morning of the members from our community who were sadly passed on. And if I look at the list, it is 2 pages, and I wish to ask council and the members in the gallery to please rise for a moment of silence. Thank you very much, everybody. You may be seated. Then also on our list this morning, my apologies, we have the birthdays of councillors, which I would like to share. Councillor Mark Furness celebrated his birthday on the 1st of March. He was only 40 years young. Only 40. Councillor Furness, we wish you well. May God keep you, and we hope that you had a very enjoyable day. Then Councillor Leon van Dijk, who's celebrating his birthday today on the 29th of March on behalf of Council, Councillor Van Dijk, a warm hearty congratulations to yourself. It is my sincere wish that God will also keep you and that the year ahead will be blessed for yourself and your family. I trust that cake is on you during the break.
And I'm also 40 speaker.
Okay, and you confirm that the cake then is on you, Councillor Van Dijk. And then on the 6th of March, in his absence, our CFO also celebrated his birthday, and we also wish him well, Mr. Orlando Fredericks. Councillors, then that is all the happy birthdays that we shared. This morning, I would also like to inform council that we will do some awards this morning. We have a very special certificate of honor award ceremony this morning for 2 heroic acts that took place, and I will be calling upon the members in the gallery who are here to receive their awards, which will be handed over by the Executive Mayor. Executive Mayor, if you can please just so long eyes. We will invite the members to come to the front, here in front. So the Mayor will just here, from my minister. The Mayor will stand there, and then the members who will be receiving the awards can just make their way to that side and then come to the front. We'll see what's it is time, Minister. Okay, good. For their heroic act in serving and protecting the community, this morning we would like as a council to acknowledge the lifeguards working for the life-saving medical rescue services and training who were involved in saving lives during the past December 2022 / January 2023 holiday season. And this morning, on behalf of the whole team, we have the manager of the lifeguards, Mr. Carlo Clausen. Can we give him a round of applause? Mr. Clausen, please convey our utmost appreciation to yourself and the team for the work done. Thank you very much. Good work there, educating our young people for the program that you run. Then, secondly, also this morning, for an heroic act in serving and protecting our community. This is to acknowledge the National Sea Rescue Institute, Station 15 of Mossel Bay, who were involved in saving lives during the past December 2022 / January 2023 holiday season. And unfortunately, Mr. J. Roos is not available this morning. He is the station commander, but representing him and the team, we have the second in charge, Mr. Conrad Potgieter. Congratulations. Please convey our utmost appreciation, Mr. Potgieter, to the whole team for the work they're doing in our communities. And we're very proud of these people who do their job selflessly and continue to serve in our community. You're more than welcome to stay for the rest of the council meeting, but I'm calling to excuse yourselves, as I know you also have active schedules. You're more than welcome to excuse yourself. Have a pleasant day. Thank you very much. Then on our agenda, Roman 10 this morning, written questions received. Municipal Manager.
Thank you, Speaker. Now, I can confirm, Speaker, that we received a few questions from Councillor Goos as usual, well in advance. And I trust that you received answers to all questions. Thank you.
Thank you, I believe Councillor Goos will, during the course of the meeting, indicate as such. I only see a smiling there. Executive Mayor, any other questions to your office?
Nothing, Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Mayor. Colleagues, we then at Roman 11 on our agenda, the items, and we will now officially start. Page 320. Item E41, the Standard Bank overdraft facility until 30 June 2027. We have our recommendations listed, points 1 to 2. Can I please have a proposal in this regard?
Good morning, Madam Speaker. I propose.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mark Furness. We have a second for Councillor Furness.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will second it.
Thank you very much, Councillor Meyer, for seconding. Is there any councillor who wishes to ask any questions with reference to this point? I see the latter, Councillor Goos, who may proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, the ACDP supports. And I know that with our section 52 and 72 reports that we receive on a quarterly basis, we will notice should we go into overdraft. But I would like to request that should it become necessary that we have to access this overdraft, that council be notified in that regard. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Goos. Reasonable request there. I see no objections to the item. The item then carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Page 322, item E42, the monthly supply chain management report for deviations approved for the period of January 2023. Can I please have a proposal? Does the council take cognizance?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will propose this item.
Thank you, Councillor Meyer. Do we have a seconder for Councillor Meyer?
Madam Speaker, I'll second. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Furness. Item served at the committees. Is there any questions? Councillor Goos, I see your light on, may proceed.
Thank you, Chair. No questions, just 3 concerns. The first is, a concern about the fact that Crest Bowers has been receiving deviation tenders for, I think it's more than a year now. And I'm concerned about why it's taking us this long to actually reallocate that contract. I know that they were, DP Truck Hire, for example, is also another firm that contract was cancelled for non-performance, as was the one that was for small building works and so on. And I'm relieved to see that the DP Truck Hire contract has not been cancelled. But I am concerned that Crest Bowers is still receiving deviations and that the new contract hasn't been awarded. And then as regards our mayor's discussion on the app, the Mossel Municipality app, I would like to see that made use of for specifically like this 1.8 million that's gone to the Ironman now again. Speaker, through you to the mayor. I can't see that residents would be happy for us to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Councillor Goos. Your concerns are being noted. Any other councillor? I see no light. Mayor, would you like to respond? You're more than welcome. May I proceed, Mayor?
Yes, just on the app, on the Ironman feedback, maybe the Ice Festival that we yearly had cost us more than that. Cost was more on that. So this time while we're not having the Dias Festival, the return on investment in terms of the independent what do you call it, study that's been done was 58 million rand for the Ironman, if I recall correctly. So yeah, colleagues, the idea is obviously this is not directly tourism, but it's a spend towards economical growth in the town. That's why we're not allocating that money towards the Dias Festival, because there was no proof what is the return on investment. Here we've got quite a substantial advance that we've got an independent person coming and saying this is what you gained out of this investment. Thanks, Speaker.
Thanks, Executive Mayor. Your response is also well noted. We are then on item E43, the monthly reports with regard to supply chain management for January 2023. 3. For council to take cognizance, can I please have a proposal in this regard?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will propose this item.
Thank you, Councillor Meyer. Do I have a second for Councillor Meyer? Thank you very much, Councillor Sutucha. I see the light of Councillor House. Councillor House, you may proceed, please.
Thank you, Speaker. I would just like, on the supply chain management report, we've noted that Herbertsdale deforestation, that tender was cancelled due to a material irregularity. But I could not find in the report what that irregularity was. If we could just get clarity on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor House. Question of clarity, Executive Mayor. Acting CFO, will you be able to provide an answer? You're more than welcome to proceed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Speaker. Unfortunately, I don't have the accurate answer now. I need to go back to the BEC to get the accurate response.
Thank you very much. I fully understand that. Councillor House, can I rule as such?
Yes,
that Mr. Scoresby provide you with a response.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I see no other lights. We then proceed to our next item. Item P44, renewed financial support to the Garden Route Film Commission. Can I please have a proposer as per our recommendations listed points 1 to 5?
Madam Speaker, I will propose. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Furness. Do I have a second for Councillor Furness, please?
Yes, you do have Madam Speaker, Councillor Kanamaya.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kanamaya, for seconding. Is there any question of clarity from any councillor? I see the light of Councillor House. You may proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. I think the concern that I'd just like to raise regarding the Garden Route Film Commission, I am in agreement with the item that says we are no longer going to support them because the other municipalities haven't contributed and yet gained advantage from it. But what I can't support in the item, unfortunately, so I need to abstain on this item, is the fact that the item states that we should fund or give a donation towards the film festival, which I in essence don't have an issue with, which is the very next item, except for the fact that I was unhappy about the way in which they advertised the Mossel Municipality last time with the semi-naked woman running on the beach. In this day and age when we have such massive gender violence, I cannot condone the continued objectification of women. So it places me in a difficult position, Speaker, in the sense that if we could on the following item ask that that not be repeated with our money, I can support that item, but until I have that assurance, I unfortunately need to abstain. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor House. You then abstain from item E44 and we record as such for your reasons mentioned. We are then on item E45, page 3 to 7. The Garden Route International Film Festival 2023 donation. And we have our recommendations listed from points 1 to 9. Can I please ask for a proposal in this regard?
Madam Speaker, I would like to propose item P45.
Thank you very much, Councillor Babuma. Your proposal, do we have a seconder?
Yes, Madam Speaker, thank you. I will second item.
Thank you very much, all the lady writers for seconding. Councillor House, do I then pass you a line? Do they proceed?
Thank you, Speaker. I would like to just thank Ms. Gwen Harding through you for her feedback on the questions I had on this item and the fact that she has undertaken to request the financial statements, audited financial statements, which we never received with the previous donation that we gave them. But as mentioned before, I will abstain for the reasons I mentioned in the previous item. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor House. You are abstaining and it is recorded as such. Director Fraser, that vote of thanks to Mr. Harding. If you kindly please can just convey that. No other questions from any other councillor? None. We are then at item P46 on page 331. The Garden Route District Municipality Regional Landfill Site Progress Report. In front of us, we have the recommendations from points 1 to 4 as per the agenda. Can I please get a proposal in this regard?
Madam Speaker, before I propose, I just need to have a request with regards to the recommendations 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the request is that we want to remove number 4, recommendation number 4 at item E46. And after that, I did want to propose item E46.
Thank you very much, Councillor Babuma. You then proposing to council for approval item E46 with the amendment that point 4 then be removed from our list of recommendations. Do I have a seconder with that amendment?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Councillor Kannemeyer, for seconding. Is there any questions of clarity? I see the light of Councillor Buddha. Councillor Gous, in that order, you may proceed, Councillor Buddha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want us to know why I will remove number 4. What is the reason behind?
Thank you for your question. Councillor Gous, you may also proceed with your question.
Thank you, Chair. Speaker, my apologies. I wanted to ask if Oudtshoorn will still be making use of the regional landfill site, and if so, will they now be contributing to the costs, or has that status quo remained unchanged? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Speaker, my apologies, there was one last question. Petro SA said they will increase the costs of us using the current landfill, but also they asked for the prevention of negative publicity, which I couldn't understand what that was for. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your 2 questions, Councillor Gous. Mr. Manager, there's been 3 questions. Councillor Buddha wants clarity as to why point 4 is recommended to be removed, and the MM will respond. Councillor Buddha, the Municipal Manager will respond, and also to the 2 questions from Councillor Gous. Thank you very much.
Yes, regarding point 4, why we removed it at the stage review. If you read in the item on page 332, they refer to a section 3 process that must be followed by each one of the participating municipalities, and we're going to come back to council for a resolution in that regard. So that's the reason why we're removing them. The other questions, Oudtshoorn, as far as I'm concerned, Councillor Gous has never isn't dumping there. They've got their own landfill site and Oudtshoorn. And then the increase of cost it's normal. I mean, we're working with inflation, so Petro SA do have to have increases every year at least. Never hear that they have an increase. I don't know about the publicity. Maybe you can come in there.
Thank you, Minister Manager, for your response. If you could just switch up the light minute. Director, now you may kindly assist.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This is the report as I've received it from Garden Route, and I can only speculate that at some point in time last year there was an issue at Petro SA where the contracts for the maintenance of the landfill site was not in place yet, and there were a few days where the landfill site was not managed quite well, and it was difficult for us to dump. And I think Petro SA is basically requesting that we sort out things like that in-house and not read about it in the national newspaper. I think it's something in that regard.
Thank you very much for your clarity, Councillor Gous. You comfortable here? Is there any other questions on this item? I see no light. The item being thus carried. Councillor Gous, you're not abstaining. You just.
Yes, Speaker, no, I just had those questions for clarity, but I would also like to compliment our administration. They were the only municipality that submitted comment in time. Other municipalities received an extension and still were on time. So thank you to our administration for that.
Thank you very much, Councillor Gous. The item being MM. So just thanks from Councillor Gous to the admin. Councillor? No, none of this item. The item does carries unanimously. Thank you, councillors. We are then on page 3.4, item E47, the Party Fest Entertainment CC, Matric and Youth Festival 2022, Mossel by Hackton Bos. we have our recommendations on this item listed from point 1 to 2 in terms of a progress report and then another application to follow. Can I please have a proposal in this regard?
Madam Speaker, before I propose, I just want to find out the heading. If it is right, party exclusive activity, youth festival 2022, it is supposed to be 2023. Right.
Okay, MM, are you for this report or will you be able to give feedback?
Speaker, no, it is right. We basically council decided last year that we must do a report next council after the 22 festival, which they brought, which went through the and now if you look at the second recommendation, they will bring a new application for 2023 as soon as possible. We've already received the outline. So it is correct.
Thanks, MM. I also indicated as such. This is a progress report, Alderman Boyson. So thanks for your question of clarity. It seems that the date is correct.
And if it's correct, Madam Speaker, I propose it.
Thank you very much, Alderman Boyson, for proposing. Do we have a seconder for Alderman Boyson?
Yes, Speaker, you do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mvubu, for seconding. Is there any questions of clarity from any councillor? I see the light of Councillor House and Councillor Buddha. In that order, Councillor House, you may proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. I think I would like to just request that in the future a report like this be more thorough in the respect of law enforcement and the incidents that they handled during this time. Also the social impact through the different organizations like Heart to Heart and those people, what type of incidents they needed to handle, counseling matters and so on. And then also the cost to the Mossel Municipality in terms of our law enforcement and other sectors and even our SAPs in order to make a more, because we can't always measure the viability of a project or an incident like this in terms of money only. We need to also look at the social impact. So thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor House. If I understand it correctly, then you're not against the item, you just asking for a more detailed report for the future, which is well noted. Thank you, Councillor House. Councillor Buddha, Councillor Van Dijk, Executive Mayor, in that order. Councillor Buddha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, just a clarity. I was reading the party first entertainment, but the Mexican youth. That's why I'm recalling see the recommendation. The women also party first. Are you meaning that all the matriculate the greater Muslim or it's party to I don't understand that. Then I understand that we are going to do 3 community years in Hartenborg, the stronghold of the party. Muslim party there.
The stronghold of what, Councillor Buddha? Councillor Buddha, you will recall council taking the decision in terms of the matric. But was die woord is 'n matric by. So it was a youth gathering that was correctly so in the venues in Hartenborg. And it was, of course, open to everybody. So that was a council decision, the previous one that we took in terms of the matric by. The name of that item was matric by. So Councillor Buddha is actually correct. This is now a new name saying Party Entertainment Fest. So I can understand the confusion from the councillor, and I hope that gives you some clarity. I tried to explain it as best as possible. And then your last remark is noted, Councillor. Councillor Van Dijk, you may proceed in the executive.
Madam Speaker, if I might, through you, comment on some of the questions made for clarity. comprehensive report was submitted by the South African Police, a very comprehensive report, a daily report with all active role players being involved, reporting on incidents. As far as my knowledge stretches, there were only 2 serious incidents or semi-serious incidents, and that was spiking, potential spiking. So there's a comprehensive report well available by all role players. So it is there. Second part with regards to the stronghold of the DA, my good friend, colleague, it was in Dias, and it was arranged there for a specific reason because we thought we had better control in that specific area. It's got nothing to do with the stronghold at all. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Chairperson of Safety, for that input given, and I trust that Councillor House noted that. But the report that you're referring to is something that you have, Chairperson, that perhaps can also be made available, or did it serve somewhere which I maybe missed?
Madam Speaker, it was presented to the committee, so it is available.
Okay, good. Thanks very much, Chairperson of Safety, Executive Mayor.
Speaker, thank you. I just want to also reflect at this stage, the organizer did ask us eventually what will we pay to bring this festival here, and the answer was nothing. But I must say that other municipalities do budget. George Municipality budget to get functions to George, and they pay people to go there. We are very fortunate that people come here and we offer them limited services. Councillor Leon at the events committee, the Section 79 committee, again mentioned the overtime. So we obviously consider this. And then I made the same argument that we must remember that that overtime is basically what affects that function to come here. That bit that we give. It's not a lot. And at this stage, you did mention that we're running out of overtime and so forth. That it does have a budget implication. We're quite aware of that. But once again, we must consider what we're busy with. Why are we doing this? Just to what Councillor Buddha said, yes, it's a DA stronghold, but in that stronghold stays a lot of old woomies, and they don't like the noise. So they actually fight with us, although they are stronghold, and a lot of taxi drivers benefit from that function. That's only one community or group or business that benefit from that. Also, a lot of neighborhood watchers work every night. They work for free, and so on. So a lot of people contributed goodwill, and for other parts of the economy to benefit. Like I've mentioned, quite a lot of taxis work every night up till very late. They were all contracted. So yeah, it's just one of the ways how we try to stimulate the economy, not to benefit one group, but various groups. The more we can benefit, obviously, the better. We want people to have a good life in our town. We want people to be able to feed their families. We want our community members to stay happily in Mossel, that we don't fight with each other. Because if we don't fight, that means that we can portray Mossel in a very positive light. If we don't strike and burn and baklei heel dag with mekaar, then people want to come here. They come invest here, and that ensures that there's more opportunities for our people to have work. There's more people coming in who's contributing to our schools. That our schools are healthy at this stage. We see that a lot of private sector they're busy investing at the Gardenwood Primary School. That rugby fields that the private sector are helping us there. That's going to be basically $1 million there that they're just contributing goodwill. But we can do that because there's a healthy economy at this stage. But yeah, that's the bigger picture. But at this time, I just want to close, Speaker. We must remember, we're fortunate, but we must remember we might take this for granted, but we are actually in competition with a lot of other coastal towns who are looking at us and who's also trying to muster and strong arm some of these organizations and pull them towards their towns. So I know in Oeverstrand, just 2 or 3 weekends ago, they had various functions over the weekend. And I was thinking, there's nothing happening this week. We only had the World Light Tackle, but it's still something. We had a world class event, but we only had the one. They had like 4 or 5 major events only for that weekend. So we are in competition, and obviously we are trying to apply our mind to see once again how we can get the best bang for us, at least for the least buck. Thanks, Speaker.
Thank you, Singlet Mayor, and then of course for all of the community to benefit from it. I see the light of Councillor Holmes and then Councillor Porter in that order.
Thank you, Speaker. I just want to thank the Chair for safety regarding his reply. I did not see that report in the agenda though, so perhaps that was just missed. And then also to add to what the Mayor is saying, I understand the implications and our need to bring people. I just would like us to remain cognizant of social cost. But thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Councillor Fox. Councillor Porter, you may proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. Also want to commend the chairperson for safety, for ensuring that safety is kept at such an event. It's a new event and one want to create a specific norm in order to ensure that everything goes smoothly so that we can also attract others as the mayor indicated. Just an idea of what I've experienced during that period. And don't ask me for what specific date time. I know I came from Oudtshoorn. It was passing through. I stopped at the garage. And there was this young colored boy coming to me and said to me, I didn't even know him, he knows me as counselor. Counselor, jy moet nog gesien die car wat nou hier aangaan. Nee, dis deze. En ek kon dit weer lyk dit. Ek het in my gesig gedruk. Wat? Nee, hy het my probeer of ek iets vir hom kan help om te wys waar hy kan drugs koop. Ek sê dan, hoe is dit voor? Ja, dat is paar man, hulle was hier met die festival doen bezig. Dat is my experience. Ek sê vir hom, okay, so hy het goed gebeur, whatever. Whether I approve of it. Check form. So what am I saying as a municipality? You know, there's this thing on the packet of cigarettes that says smoking causes cancer. You perhaps may even have these warnings on a bottle of alcohol. So I think to play a part and to ensure that nothing is coming to us as a municipality. People are free to do anything. Spiking is there. You know, it's youth. When you have teenagers, you have matriculants, you might also have underage group of people enjoying the fun that is not controlled. And there might be an incident where something may happen and the parents will then come to the municipality and have us as carriers be liable for whatever may happen. And so I'm saying for safety and precautionary measures, can't we just make posters in the area of the festival and put it up on municipal branding to ensure that we are, you know, preparing ourselves from this type of things? It's just a thought.
Thank you very much for your input, Councillor Porter. I see the chairperson of safety wishes to respond to right.
Thank you, Speaker. If I may through you to Councillor Porter, thank you very much. Yes, we are indeed aware and were aware of the 3 deals that were done specifically. They were undercover persons deployed throughout the entire festival, police officers. And there were also female officers deployed from George who were not known to this area. I'm taking cognizance, but it was part of our negotiations with the organizer from the start to make this event drug-free. So point taken, maybe a little bit more publicity, but certainly it was driven from that perspective. That's probably not openly, but that was a concern and a proactive measure that we took into account. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Van Dijk, and for your input, Councillor Porter. It's well noted. I believe the chairperson of safety will then also include that in the plan ahead. Can I just get an indication now? I have not heard from anybody that you are against the item. The discussion was really on concerns and questions. If I am correct, the item does carry unanimously. Good, I see it's nodding there for me. Thank you very much, councillors. Councillor Baron, did I miss you now there? Okay, good. Meneer Raadslid is baie vanaf. En sal by volgende keer. Ja, ek is 'n bietjie gestadig in die net. Jy moet by jou meneer, ons kan nie stadig doen. Right. 5337, item E48, the proposed availing of the kitchen facilities at the Barcelona Event Center for the establishment of a Mossel Bay food bank to various establishments. I think I was on that side of the chambers now, my hand would have been up first. We have our recommendations listed for this item before council from point 1 to 8. I see the light of Alderman Boyson.
Madam Speaker, before I propose, I was having the honor to clip the lint at the opening.
Cut the rubber, yes.
But then I would propose it gladly.
We welcome you.
And I think the community accepted with open hands.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Councillor Secretary Bias, we see my and it was told on my bias, yes, we have a proposal from Alderman Boyson. Is there a seconder for this item, please?
Thank you, Speaker. Councillor Baron will support for Councillor Boyson. So I'm the seconder. But I also want to make a comment on this point. This item was already approved in 2021, so it passed through council. But we all know food banks normally is a headache. And I'm glad that the Director of Community Services is overseeing the facilities and the processes there. The only concern is, maybe it's a proposal from my side to say that after next year's elections, let the food bank continue. We must not stop when it's elections. We must not have food bank for elections. After the elections, let this thing continue. Thank you.
Councillor Baron seconding there with his input. It is well noted, and I'm fully agree with you on that. Director, well, thank you very much. This has been coming on a while. I know I personally been part of some community organizations in my office, which I referred to yours, the Barcelona halls, and how to utilize to the benefit of the greater community. State-of-the-art building image. It's long overdue, and we welcome that vote of thanks by Councillor Baron to the Director and her team. Thanks, Director. Now, I see the light of Councillor Porter, you may proceed, and then Councillor Tapula, in that order.
Speaker, according to my reading, yeah, you have Southern Cape Community Bank, food bank, and they had a lease agreement that has been cancelled on the 18th of October 2022. Now, question on this one is whether there has been any allocation of a lease agreement post the termination of that one. Meaning, currently, is this premises been leased to anyone, or this proposed food bank program that we envisage here today, is that the only activities that's going to happen there, in the absence of a lease agreement? That's one. Two, when we talk about rotational, what defines rotational? I mean, I would assume when we deal with this matter, rotation is it's a term that's very open and self-explanatory that today it's me, tomorrow it's councillor host, whatever the case is. I know councillors are not going to be involved. But what I'm saying is, do we have at least, a plan in terms of how it will be rotated? Can't we have a process where we invite applications, have those applications, scrutinize them, and bring a list of people that has been approved, scrutinized through registration, and give an indication to council. This is how rotation is going to happen, so that we as council approve and ensure that there is a clear rotation in that. In terms of community development, to provide support where possible, it's too open and too vague in terms of support. I've gone out of this piece now, but my concern is just that it's open for support, and anybody can come for any type of support. So the pros and the cons, including what and what cannot be given in terms of support. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your questions, Councillor Porter. The Director will respond at just one Councillor Tapula to also pose these questions in Director now. Councillor Tapula, proceed.
Esula from umuntu ofethetha ingosponsor kuba bekukho kokuli funa uyoqalisa ukuthenga leyo akole khombe namanje futhi understand ubona kancane inoba yintoni ngamanje funa ukufaka akakho kule kukho ishe khona phaya so ba di director le abawona amazi team yawo
Thanks, Councillor Tapula. Of course, you also very welcome to contact the department should these things arise and to withhold between your attention. Councillors does have that the resources these days, your promise you can, but we will ask that to also respond to the water complaint. So that is noted. More like a couple electronically. As it goes into the
Thank you, Chair. I would also like to express my thanks to the Mossel Municipality for availing the wall. We know that the need is becoming even worse on a monthly basis as people lose jobs and so on. Our unemployment rate increases, our economic growth slows down. It's quite a mess. My concern regarding the item is once again in the manner in which it's been presented to us, Speaker, that two issues are being conflated. The first being the food bank, but then the second being that the Community Development Department will be assisting with regards to life skills and other programs. And as I understand it, it's almost like a condition of use. I did send in a request to ask specifically what type of life skills, because I've been concerned with our community development departments, in my opinion, overreaching and invading in parental rights in some of the outreaches that have been done with regards to comprehensive sexuality education, etc. And I'd like to be assured that that type of thing is not going to be a condition for community soup kitchens to have access to this facility. So I support the idea of the soup kitchen and the availability of Barcelona's kitchen, but not that it has to be linked to a life skills program coming from our community development department. And if that remains in the item, then I would like us to see a report on what type of life skills are taught and what other programs are presented. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor House. Director Liao, the three questions from Councillor Porter. the water question from Councillor Tabuya and then Councillor Post in terms of our concern around the life skills by the community.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With regards to the kitchen facilities at the Mossel Hall, at the moment, it is not being used by anybody. It took a while to cancel the contract of the previous lessee, and after that was cancelled, we were working on an item with legal services assistance, and this is not the first time that an item is coming to council. We have, although in the meantime, received a few emails and correspondence via the Speaker's office as well of people that is interested in using the facility. If there was only one interested party, it might have been a different situation, but there is a number of people that are interested or have shown interest over the last year. So that is why we are doing the item to go through a public participation process where people can apply for. And some people might have come right in the meantime, some not. And the rotation is put in specifically in the item because we have no idea how many people in the end will bid for using this facility. It might be 2. And then we can say, okay, let's work out a plan. Do you want to use it mornings and you afternoons? Or do you want to use it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the other person Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday? Or do you want to use it first quarter and third quarter and somebody else second quarter and fourth quarter? But it might also be that there's 10 applications, and then we will have to work out something else. If there's only 2, we can maybe even do a negotiation where we combine them and they just serve different areas, but they pull their resources together. So it will depend on what we get when the advertisement is gone out and what we receive for the applications. There is the support from the Community Development Department. There was a council decision taken in 2020-2021 that we will not support soup kitchens, for instance, with ingredients and those things anymore, but we will support them with logistics. If they will say, okay, we want to do something in Frimersheim where we hand out food, we will support them with getting the hall booked. And or we hear of a farmer that wants to donate 1,000 kilos of cabbage, and then we will place that farmer in contact with the facility, the person that will be using the facility. So we will be rendering that type of support as far as we can. We will definitely not go and stand there and cook food. Unfortunately, we have some other work to do. Councillor De Boer, with regards to the water, I have not heard anything about the water. I've made a note and will take it up with the Water and Sewage Department to see if there is any issues that they know about, that we can get that sorted out. So we will make contact with them now. And then just with regards to Councillor Closes, the support also from community development and the life skills or the soft skills that we do is decision making, conflict management. We also do training how to start your business, or once you start your business, soft skill with regards to bookkeeping and management, or if you go to get funding or opening a bank account and why it's important. Our other programs that we do are the substance abuse and food change, our committees, the toy library, and the programs that we financial literacy that we report on every month in our monthly reports. But that are the typical soft skills that we do. I think that is all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director Nyal, for your comprehensive response in giving Council clarity with regards to the questions asked. I believe Councillor Porter, Councillor Fox, Councillor Ekule, and Councillor I have not had an indication that anybody is objecting or the answers have been attended to. The item does carry unanimously. Thank you very much, councillors. We are then on item 8. Item 342, E49. There the national state of disaster, electricity crisis, and we have our recommendations listed 1 to 3 for council to take cognizance with an extra AFP.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do propose.
Chairperson of electricity, the electrical department, thank you. We have a second for Councillor Galamay.
A second speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Larson. Is there any councillor who wishes to ask any question? Councillor House, you have your seat.
Thank you, Speaker. No question. Just a commendation towards our mayor and the administration for the means and the manner in which they are addressing this issue. I'd like them to know that we appreciate the fact that they have really gone above and beyond. Also, the fact that they are communicating constantly with the public. I know the ACDP has had a refraining here that informed people are happy people, and I'm really pleased to see that we are keeping the community informed at every step of the way. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Councillor House. We got the fences welcome, the Executive Mayor, yourself, Councillor Galamay, Junior Department. Yes, you might be excused, Councillor. Thank you very much. This is a national crisis, and we appreciate what this municipality and the leadership are doing for our residents. Correctly so, Councillor House confirms that it is effective, efficient, and really well appreciated to see how best we can get out of the situation that we are in. I think everybody will be in agreement. So we welcome that vote of thanks by Councillor House. Councillor Buda.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it is the same accord, all of us. I appreciate this. Then all of us are not happy to see the electricity off, on, positively affected, everything, economy is affected, but not it. But only thing that is not concerned, when I was in charge, one of the guys stood up, he said, I was very angry with the fence. As long as the ANC is in power, this thing of anything is never get away to our community. You get very angry when you stand the ANC because it's ESCOM and NASA. Thanks.
Yes, Councillor Buda, I'm not responding now to the last party, but it is the ANC of this council who then says, thank you, Mayor. Executive Mayor.
Speaker, I think we could have said the same in this council, but I think we put respect first. We will do that stuff before election, 6 months before election, not the national, the local one. Then we can do politics. For now, we serve the community and we need to work together. I also told the director the other day, laughed, he said that he's been saying a lot of months, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And I told him, yes, that if I was a cruel politician, I'm aware of that, because I'm the guy lying to the community, saying 2 weeks and another month is 2 weeks. But I think the key to the stability is that we respect each other, that we don't play politics.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Honorable Executive Mayor. Thank you, councillors. We on item E15, page 357, mutual assistance agreement between the Mossel Municipality and the Petroleum Oil and Gas Corporation of South Africa, Ltd, Fire Services. Our recommendations before council this morning are listed from points 1 to 9. Please have a proposal in this regard.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I would propose, and I would also just say that I did receive questions which I answered to Councillor Gous, so that was helpful.
Thank you very much for proposing. Do we have a second for Councillor Van Dyk?
Yes, Madam Speaker, I will second for Councillor Van Dyk.
Thank you very much, Council Whip, for seconding. Is there any questions? Chairperson indicated that he answered Councillor Gous. Councillor Gous, you comfortable? Thank you. Thank you very much. I see no light. The item does carry unanimously. Item E51 on page 360, shared service agreement public service delivery also by municipality, stroke other local municipalities in the Garden District. Recommendations in front of us for approval of council from points 1 to 7. Can I please have a proposal?
Madam Speaker, once again, it's all about partnerships going forward, and I also received questions from Councillor House. I also answered them. I hope they were also sufficiently answered. Thank you, Madam Speaker. So I propose.
Thank you very much, Councillor Van Dijk. We have a seconder for Councillor Van Dijk.
Madam Speaker, I'll second it.
Thank you very much, Alderman Boyson. I see the light of Councillor Holmes and then Councillor Buddha. In that order, you may proceed. Thank you, Councillor Holmes.
Thank you, Speaker. The Speaker, the ACDP is not against us sharing services with other municipalities. I think it's wise. It's a means in which we can reduce costs and not have to duplicate some services. But the manner in which this item has been prepared, it notes that services will be provided to other municipalities at no cost. But we will be making provision on our budget for the cost of providing these services. I'm not happy to do that because, first of all, I'd like to know what the other municipality services are that they are going to provide to us that we do not currently provide for ourselves. Because typically what was mentioned is, for example, protest actions, land evasions, law enforcement. So everything that we've recently got together under the JOC umbrella, all those services at great cost to the Mossel Bay residents, and that we will now be providing those services for free to other municipalities. ACDP won't support that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor House. Your comments and introduce noted. It is Councillor Buddha, Councillor Majusini, and then Councillor Van Dijk in that order. You may proceed, Councillor Buddha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we looked this item in a thorough, and we saw that okay, is going to look for the land relation process and so on and so on. I was wondering what is the right hand's function if we are working with other accounts. We used to use the right hands here if somebody intermediate actions and so on and so on. So now I want us to check if a lot of police and they are coming from there whatsoever and so on, and then what is the function of the right hand?
Question for what is the function of the red hands? Councillor Van Dijk, before you respond, can I have Councillor Majusini quickly ask this question? You may proceed, Councillor.
Okay, thank you, Speaker. For me, I want to know which exactly this service deliver for the people. Because we already have if those municipalities can come and assist us with these things of disaster of the people that they are in. If they can assist us with it, maybe we can go there and then ask the help for those people, because even now they don't have a place to stay. If they can assist on those things, thank you.
Thank you. You referring to when a shackle house burns down and people doesn't have shelter.
Yes, thank you.
Very clear. Councillor Van Dijk, you may proceed.
Madam Speaker, if I may provide some clarity to the House, I think that will help. To Councillor House, first of all, if I may, there's a clause in the agreement that says if and how and if it's possible to do within our capability. So that was written into that specific clause to ensure that we can help within the ability of our resources and also our budget. So that's one of those aspects. We must also consider that the help that we might receive might be a lot more helpful than what we render. So it cuts all the ways. And we started with the negotiations with George and also with Esako, who is our partners and in the same district. So I think that is very important. But we've also signed an agreement with 12 other municipalities, which is also to our benefit, proactively. So I think that's important. We have to see to context that on disaster management that the province is considering Mossel Bay as a geographical area to potentially make that a nerve center or center. That would then be the second disaster management center within the province if it is approved by cabinet. So that would mean that services rendered to the community would be a lot more available, Councillor, with regards to your question. Inside the JOC, there's already an office of the disaster management for the district. So there is help already there to coordinate. So that's in short just to answer that. In terms of the red ants, I can answer that. They purely fulfill a monitoring function at this point in time. So we pay them a monthly fee, and then when every structure is broken down, that structure is paid for. And that's 3,000 Rand, and I'm corrected if I'm wrong, or somebody can correct me. But it's 3,000 Rand per structure. So depending how many structures are put off and broken down, we need to foot that bill. So that's a bit on the red ants. We only use them when we need to. With regards to some of the items that Councillor first mentioned in terms of some of the units that belong to Mossel Bay and that we would use it cross-border, the dog unit is not Mossel Bay's. It is situated in Mossel Bay, and we're the custodian, for instance, of that specific unit because the province is providing the money towards the district. We are just the custodian making sure that everything happens. So that's not purely to the expense of just the Mossel Bay community, it's to the region. And that funding is provided by province, that 10.2 million Rand. So just a bit of clarity there, and I think that would give some clarity on what has been asked. Thanks, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor van Dijk. We then note for record purpose that Mr. Olivier excused himself, and we now have Mr. Eric Lau, who's the Untitled Chapter for Technical Services, the Secretary Mayor, and Director now will also be excusing himself now for the 11 o'clock. Councillor Buddha, and then Councillor Host in that order you will see.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Based on the answers which I was taken by the Charter Safety, Madam Speaker, I remember one day when we made the land invasion in Hope, just in front of the court. A lot of what we call cars, police cars, coming from outside and so on and so on. And then they come, they chase a lot of people there. And then we lose that land in order to take to establish tracks. But based on what she said, we want us to have what you call 10 minutes caucus, so that the point us to see, consider this thing of working with other areas like Georgia and also and so on, in terms of the protests and illegal strikes and so on and so on. After 10 minutes, we can get the report.
I'm going to allow Councillor Host to proceed.
Thank you so much, Speaker. Speaker, the ACDP would just like to have it noted that we abstain from this item. And then, Speaker, if I may also please be excused due to a prior appointment. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much. Item B51, the ACDP is indicating that they are abstaining. Councillor Host, thank you, we note that. And then we also note your apology for the excuse of this meeting now. You're more than welcome. Have a busy day further. Councillor Buddha, you're asking for focus. Would 5 minutes be sufficient? Not 5. Not 5. 10 minutes caucus granted to the ANC councillors. Thank you very much.
Ek dink dis iets wat ek graag wil leer. Maar dit vat seker baie jare. Mens wel my gevoel dat ek geen klas.
Hello, my friend.
He's doing better.
Yeah. I saw you. You were like Check is hallo. Alles recht mevrouw.
Have a good day.
Ek kyk al lankal op die net my in my rasting kyk. Ons op die systeem ja. Nee, die white system ja. We're very fond of it's one of the directors of the jobs in PC that you established. Very good. Welcome. Put him in the my shoes.
Baie dankie. Hallo, baie lekker.
speakers here? Is online? Can we, Councillor Annie, can we have your vote on E51, please? Raadslid, kan u hoor?
Baie dankie Speaker. Madam Speaker, yes.
Raadslid, ons het nou gestem op item E51. Dit is in verband met die Public Service Delivery Shared Agreement tussen ander munisipaliteite en Garden Road. Die item is voorgestel deur Raadslid van Dijk vir aanvaarding, gesekondeer deur Raadslid Boysen. Die PA het abstain, die ICDP het abstain, die ANC as against, die COSA as against, Vryheidsfront abstain. Ek het gevra deur die opsteek van hande of ek kan sien wie is ten gunste van die voorstel van Raadslid van Dijk en Raadslid Boysen. En daar het 16 hande opgesteek van die DA se kant af. Ek wil net u vote op rekord kry, Raadslid Annie.
Maar ek steek my hand op, Madam Speaker. Ek vra verskoning, die klank was 'n rukkie af gewees en ek kon nie duidelik hoor nie. Ek steek my hand op. Yes, dat vir die voorstel en die sekondaris.
Ek kan verstaan dit so, dankie Raadslid Annie.
Baie dankie.
Baie dankie dat van ons dan ten gunste van die voorstel van Raadslid van Dijk, gesekondeer deur Raadslid Boysen. Dankie so. Raadslid Boysen,
baie dankie, madam.
Excuse, thank you very much. We're moving on. Ons kyk net so aan dat Raadslid Boysen dan die vergadering laat. We are then on item E52. The proposed alienation of 16944 Mossel Bay, situated adjacent to 16945, Wassenaar Road, Samuel Park, Mossel Bay, by Judah Breakthrough Ministries. No, it wasn't necessary, Councillor, because you indicated you were against, and I did record it 3 times already. Okay, comfortable. So we have on record that the ANC is against. Okay, thanks, Councillor Matusini. Can I have a proposal on the item, please, in front of us, E52?
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. As the property will have a servitude registered over it by the applicant and no permanent structures can be built on it, I do propose the item as the entity that made the application after the public participation process does a lot of goodwill for the community and always availing their facilities. So I wholeheartedly support this item. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Botha, and for your reasons provided to Council. Do I have a second for Councillor Botha, please?
Yes, Madam Speaker. As said by the Council work on the proposal, I would like to support the item.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions from anybody on this item? Yes, Councillor Kwaza.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We against all the selling of the municipal land until the following has been done. There is a comprehensive land audit. The audit to identify type of land and their zoning and the land use status. That there is a special development framework and the land use that addresses imbalance of the past. Also, the municipality land use and the special development framework that promotes inclusive of affordable housing in residential land development.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kwaza. You're indicating that the ANC caucus is then against the alienation of land. So therefore, your position on this item is as such. We record. Thank you very much. The ANC is against. Is there any other questions? Councillor Kamper, what's your position?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, as you know, last time this item was also in council, and I was also against it. And I ask also through you, to the MM to ask, they must bring us audit of percentage-wise, how many property or land was given to certain communities, and I said colored, white, and black, and I didn't see that on the table, Madam Speaker, and I said that last time I do it through you and ask you to the MM to make that available to us.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kampa. I record your vote to this item as against.
Yes.
And then also you support the request as Councillor Gwaza raised in terms of the land audit report. Municipal manager is noting the request. Would you like to respond, Emma?
Speaker, thank you. I think it was said many times in the past already, but we would request that the councillors apply for in accordance with the order, the rules of order 69. So you cannot just ask information, you must say why you want it. 69.3 says you must indicate why you need it so that you can consider whether you can have it for your oversight or otherwise. So it's councils mustn't just expect they're going to get what they ask. They must do it in accordance with order rule 69. So then we as administration can act on immediately. Councillors. Thanks.
Thanks.
Speaker.
Thanks, Thanks, so Councillor Gwaza, would it then be okay if you just submit your question formally to the MM via email in terms of Rule 69? Raadsekamp, daar die antwoord is vir u ook. Wat is die opvolgvraag?
I just want to ask, I asked it last time, and the MM given me the answer that he gave now in council. If it said at that time, then I will follow what I must do, but MM didn't say that to do us, and that's why we didn't do it. That's why I'm asking now, but we will do that as Speaker.
Thanks, council will write the letter, Councillor Kamp will indicate as such. The position of the Freedom Front on item 352. We have the ANC against, the council against.
We agree on the item.
Thank you very much. It is then recorded that the ANC and the council is against. We move to item E53, proposed alienation of a portion of the road reserve of 3 situated adjacent to 498 number 2 Miller Street Technique Utech Construction. Wat is de uitwoord meneer Propriety Limited. Apologies for it, no, I'm just kidding. We have the position of the ANCs indicating that they are against alienation. I am going to ask for a proposal of this item in terms of the recommendations listed from 1 to 14 in front of us. Do we have a seconder for Councillor Delamay?
Yes, Speaker, I'm seconding.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. The ANC, can we record your vote as per the previous item?
Yes, Speaker. Speaker, but we are looking at the item about it. You can't just say, you know, walkway, small walkway is going to help me to get this to contribute. We say we vote against that. We look at the item and when we are selling the land. But something is amazing with that. When we spoke here, I was looking all these animations that we've made. We are talking there. When you go to the GIS, you find that this thing is already done. Even that house of GIS is already done. In that gentleman down there. But here we didn't approve to discussing, but the thing is already done. You remember when we spoke about the fixed that here in Panama. When we discuss the issues here, we agreed all the people they are happy. Then we go to the wall there, and then the people there are otherwise. But nevertheless, you find that these municipalities already spend the money underneath there to Mr. Now, while it is approved yet. We do this thing later on, it can be, I don't know how I'm making.
Thanks, Councillor Buddha. If you have such proof, then I think it's important that it be recorded. Okay.
It's already construction, it reaches some compartment that already been approved. When you go there to the participation in the one another one, you find that the little bit of other ones. So we don't have that. You already spent the money. And always you see that as you find that it's already done. You are going to approve.
Thank you, Councillor Buddha. Secondly, of course, I will always ask the position of everyone. That includes the ANC on all the items. It doesn't mean that we have 10 delineation items. I will ask what is the position of the ANC, and then you must indicate. If you're saying you think items on merit, that is actually what we need to do. It is expected as such. So, Councillor Buddha, as a speaker, I will always ask. Therefore, I ask if your position on this item is the same as the previous one, because it's also a lineation item. You've indicated against on this one too, Ned. Thank you very much, Councillor Botha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just a question of clarity to the previous speaker. Madam Speaker, as I understand it, there was a verdict made now that the administration has proceeded with items before they were approved by this council. If that speaker can maybe just clarify or provide details for an investigation in that regard, and then we can decide whether we should ask him to withdraw that statement or not. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Council Work. For your question, I'll deal with it now. Ikosa, on the previous item, you indicated against. What's your position on this one now?
Again.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Freedom Front.
Freedom Front plus support item.
Thank you very much, Councillor Caron. Councillor Buddha, you referring dis die facture, né? U sê dat voor die item in die raad was daar alreeds goed deur hierdie munisipaliteit opgerig onder andere hokkies, heininge, blokke, ek weet nie wat jy kan praat nie, ek het dit nie gesien nie. Die vraag dus van die sweep is of die raadslid meer klarigheid kan gee oor wat dit is waarna u verwys. So the council is asking, what is it that you saw? Was there construction being done by this municipality before that council item? Is that what you're referring to? And if it is so, can you just give clarity? Say it is a fence or it is a pollution block that was erected. I think that's your question that you're asking. Otherwise, the council will ask you now to withdraw that statement. So I'm giving you an opportunity, Councillor Buddha, to just be clear on that.
I understand that. I repeat again, I said, when you are here dealing with the item, I make just an example of it. You see into the pig farmers coming out of there. We spoke about that where we say we're going to reallocate those people down here. We spoke in this council in the special council meeting. We said that area is good for them, and then we spoke here. Then we said we are going to support them with the LED and so on and so on. I was here. We asked the NM, and then he said no. We communicated to the court, the committee, the entire community there. We must shift to this side. When we finish here, I drove to that one another said, before our position, we said that let us go back to make a thoroughly public space so that you know, that you can spend the money at the end of the day for the white elephant. The people refuse to go there. When we go there, you find that there is already a wall there. I don't know if there is a slab or something. Yeah, the slab. Then they make a compartment. We say, we're here in the council. Before we approve it, this thing is happening there. That's what I'm referring to.
Thank you very much, Councillor Buddha. Perhaps Director Pinter can. Oh, okay, amen. In terms of the slabs that Councillor Buddha said first, amen, I want to conclude on this article.
Speaker, it's not about the slabs. You will remember when the council took the decision, it was asked to speak to the people, even though we already went on public participation. I think Councillor Mkoto, who was at the meeting on the 2nd of March, and the other 3 councillors were there. He mentioned to the people after it became very warm in that meeting that he was a councillor who went to his ward committee. He sat down with them and said, this is what council decided. The other 3 councillors were there that can address council. And he said his ward committee wrote a letter and made comments. We didn't receive any other comments. You will remember when the council meeting was here. They were asked that we must speak to the people. I had a meeting with community leaders there in my office, and they said, Mr. Puren, we will go back on Sunday. We will have a meeting with the community there, and then we will come back to you. They never came back, and I assumed that everything was in order. So, Speaker, when we had the meeting with the farmers, the committee of the farmers, they said, come to the hall because all the farmers will be there. When we came to the hall of the sector, there wasn't only farmers, there were a lot of other people, and they became very, very militant. Mr. Painter was in the meeting, Mr. Williamson as well. Our councillors can come and attest. You will remember, Speaker, I came back to the Mako and said, I take my hat off our councillors. They sat in that meeting right through. They didn't throw us as officials under the bus, Councillor Konto stood up and he spoke very well. The people were so militant after at the end that when Councillor De Boona, who was the ward councillor, he wanted to say something. What did they do, Councillor? They booed you. They didn't allow you to speak, Councillor. So if the perception is there that we didn't speak to the people, that's wrong, Councillor. We did speak to the people. From the council meeting, took the decision. There was a lot of discussion. It's not that we didn't discuss. But I cannot control when we go to the hall what the people will do. Even yourself. We had many IDP meetings in your slow council. We cannot control what the people do while we are in the meeting. So it's not true to say that we didn't do count. We did go and we didn't speak to the people. That's not the truth, Council. I was there, all the meetings, I personally. So, and I really cannot. We must remember, we pointed out to Council the seriousness of the nature. Speaker, we are already in contact since 16th of August here. And I was amazed, Councillor Buddha. I couldn't see that people from the same community could treat each other like that. Really, I was amazed. I also lost my food at some stage. You can ask the councillors. I also lost my food. But we cannot control how people are going to react in a public. Thank you.
Thanks, Municipal Manager. Pig farmers is not on the agenda. In front of us is item E53, and I've requested the ANC to give their position. They indicated they are against. ECOSA indicated they are against. The Freedom Front in support. And then we have the proposer for approving of this item by Councillor Delamain, seconded by the Deputy Mayor. I now then conclude. Councillor Buddha, I'm not going to allow discussions on pig farmers. It's out of order. We're on the item P53. That concludes item P5.
I'm not saying it
baie dankie sit af u groot that's not clear. Item E54, page 377, the approval of transfer of 5740 Kwalungaba, situated at 5740 Pikile Avenue in terms of deed of sale dated 2 June 2006, New Apostolic Church State. We have recommendations, points 1 to 2. Can I ask for a proposal in this regard?
Thank you, Speaker. I propose the item.
Councillor Mbumbu is proposing. Do we have a seconder?
Speaker, Freedom from Plus will second.
Councillor Baron is seconding.
Speaker, I also want to say that you must give the ANC an opportunity to say whether they support this item. Don't let them abstain on everything, especially not this one. Give them an opportunity.
I will give them an opportunity as I did with every item. Can I please see if there's any questions of clarity or concerns on this item, please? The light of Councillor Buddha and Machusini in that order you will proceed.
Of course, we support Speaker. You are not the Speaker. Don't leave the Speaker. Leave the Speaker, take his responsibility.
Now that now you get from abstaining the whole time. That's why the freedom fund is on you now. Councillor Machusini.
Of course, we support because it's not alienation, it's a transfer of this thing was already done in 2006.
The item carries unanimously. Thank you, councillors. Item E55. The proposed alienation of a portion of 13804 Mossel Bay situated adjacent to 13937, number 2 Moody Street, Mossel Bay, Kerley Links, Pty Ltd. We have our recommendations listed from points 1 to 15. Can I please have a proposal on this item?
Against the alienation, ANC, I will propose it. Let the people do business. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Councillor Boyson, you can't speak on behalf of the ANC.
I withdraw, Madam Speaker.
Do you withdraw? Thank you for showing discipline, Councillor Boyson, for withdrawing. Councillor Buddha, please don't press that button. I've dealt with it now. We have Alderman Boyson proposing this item, which I accept. Do we have a seconder for Councillor Boyson?
Madam Speaker, I'm happy to second the item, seeing that in our recommendations point 11 and 12, that there will be public participation, and that item will come to the authorities and the council.
Thank you, Councillor Reuters. Very evident there that you've done your homework. It's good, it's important. I see the light of Councillor Baroni Madosi.
Thank you, Speaker. The Freedom Front Plus will support the alienation of Mooney Street. You support it also. Thank you.
Nobody is against this item. What's your position, Councillor Guaza?
We ANC, we are against the allegation. Yes.
We record the ANC vote as against on item E5. On item E55. Councillor Kamfer, ek het die cellfoon. Ek wil nou nie die geleentheid gee om nie die vote te record nie. Wat is die posisie op Moeniestraat? Moeniestraat sit in Civic Park.
I don't want to be racist, Mr. Speaker. So I said the same. Against, yeah.
We record Ikosa is against this item. Thank you very much, councillors. We move to our next item. Item E56, the proposed alienation of a portion of the road reserve of 3 situated adjacent to 996 349 Kiss Road in Durban by LJ Cream. Can I have a proposal in this regard, please?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do propose.
We have Councillor Delamay proposing this item. Do we have a second for Councillor Delamay?
I second, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Klassen. I see the light of Councillor Buddha for a question. You may proceed.
Question, Speaker. Speaker, just recently, we established what we call the land use committee. What is the purpose of the land use committee if we align the land here? these items that don't go through the Lands Committee.
Thank you for your question of clarity, Council Work.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. If I may assist in providing some clarity, and I think maybe the administration can as well. But the land use is for what you do with the property, not the selling of the property. So if you already have a property and it's zoned residential and you want to use it for running a shop, then you rezone it to business. That's what the land use committee is about. If that assists, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Councillor Buda?
I understand what you're saying. I was taught to speak up all the land, must audit all the land, regardless it's small, big, any portion. So it must go through to the land use committee so that when we align it or we sell it so that we know that piece of land is there. Not some of the land is I understand that it's already under the land. But the time is somewhat for the title of the land, I understand. But if it's the land, before we come here to sell the land, you must go through to the land use committee.
Thanks for your input. Perhaps there can be just a sort of summary or pager, one pager that can go to the councillors in terms of just informing them of the processes so that they can understand. Because I also understand where Councillor Buda is coming from in terms of his question. But I don't want to debate now. I just want to ask the councillors to provide that clarity.
Maybe you can ask Councillor Buda, councillors to make an appointment with them, will explain exactly what work the land committee, the section 79 is doing. They cannot sell it. Only the land to be sold must come through
The
other
council
committee,
take the
the
decision.
planning committee, and then council take the final decision. As the website is about users of land also, it's not necessarily selling the land. But you are free to speak to Director Tender who will definitely assist you to try to make you understand exactly what it is that the section 79 committee is doing compared to the section 50 committee. Thanks.
Also, yeah, it can either be an appointment or an email that we can send. But ultimately, I think what is of importance for everyone to know is that council makes the final decision. It is with section 80 and with section 79. Yeah.
79 is different functions at the end. It would be better to sit down, as I said, the vendor will definitely assist.
But also their work gets referred and the feedback reports come in terms of items that serve them so.
No, it's not that. I think when things are going to, let Mr. Venter handle speak. He's a specialist.
Speaker, now I'm definitely not the specialist on council's committees. It's a committee of council and I have the chairperson and I believe the chairperson is very well equipped, I think, to attend to these concerns. I'm more than willing also to assist, but I will definitely not do it alone. It's a council committee, so I believe the chairperson should assist. Thank you.
Thank you. Chairperson is not here this morning, but we will arrange to provide just a page the council.
Last 5 speak.
Last 5 minutes.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, you see, the director is correct, right? We've got here all councillor, which means they may. But the funny thing to me, when you were asked to the portfolio committee chairperson, when I got there, you used to see me there. The officer closed. They're not there. Most of the time, I used to monitor there. I see full-time councillors supposed to be there. If you refer to the portfolio chair, I'll find it there. But I'm going just to write it down now in a book and said, okay, I hand it over to you. And you will come to see whether Elton Voice is a full-time councillor office outside most of the time. It's a consensus. It's my consent.
Madam Speaker, point of order. This is out of order and not the item on the agenda. Also, as with all other items, if the councillor would like to make certain allegations, he must provide proof or formal investigation. It doesn't help to come and sit in council and say things, but then provide no proof furtherwards. So if you may follow that process, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, my name was mentioned.
Thank you, Councillor Botha. That is noted.
Don't know what exam.
Alderman Boyson.
Madam Speaker, my name was mentioned. And as full-time councillors, I just want to ask the council to withdraw it. Because he mentioned my name in a crowd, a big gallery of people sitting here. We are working for diaries, Madam Speaker, and we are working with appointments. So I asked the councillor to withdraw his statement he was making.
Thank you, Alderman Boyson. Councillor Buda, you made a reference.
Speaker, again, I must say, I said, for example, Elderman Nicholas Boyson, if I walk around there to say, I'm going to make now a note, I said, for example, did you have like that, then just speak. I said, example.
I'm taking perceptions. Let the council withdraw because he mentioned my name.
Thank you. I am the speaker of this meeting, and I will conduct my meeting as per the rules of order. There was a point of order called by the council book. I allowed for Councillor Boyson to speak. Councillor Buda, you made an allegation. You said you've been there and you've seen that the doors are closed. Maybe they were in the committee room, maybe they were somewhere else, maybe they were outside on the side of the room. Can you please withdraw your example? I won't say allegation, just withdraw your example that you made. Please, Councillor Buda, in the spirit of good faith this morning in this council meeting. Please, I'm asking you very nicely, Councillor Buda.
Okay, Speaker, if now I'm working around all the offices are open, I withdraw it. I can see. I'm going to withdraw it.
Thank you very much. That's fine. Colleagues, let's move on in seriousness of the business in front of us. Okay, item 356, are we now at item? Yeah, can I just again, what's the proposer? And the seconder? Okay, can I get an indication then? Is there anybody who wishes to record their vote? I'm going to ask the ANC, going to ask the COSA and the Freedom Front. Your position on this item?
Against the Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, COSA.
Against.
Thank you very much, the Freedom Front. Thank you very much, Councillor Baron. Colleagues, that concludes the item. Item E57, the proposed alienation of a portion of Earth 101, Glentana, and a portion of Earth 100, also in Glentana, situated adjacent to Earth 584, Seacat Street, in Glentana by Verstraat Beleggers. We have our recommendations listed from points 1 to 15. Can I please have a proposal in this regard?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. That's been proposed.
Do we have a second of Councillor Delamay?
My second speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Klaassen. Is there any questions of clarity on this item? Can I have the vote recorded of the ANC and the COSA and the Freedom Front, please? The ANC on this item of alienation. Against. Thanks, Councillor De Bula, COSA.
Against, Speaker.
Thanks, Councillor Campbell, Freedom Front. Thank you very much, colleagues. That concludes that item for us there. Item E58 on page 398. Status report, disposal or lease of municipal properties from the period of 1 August 2022 to the 31st of January 2023 and municipal property related issues. In front of us, the recommendations are listed, points 1 to 3. Can I please have a proposer?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I would like to propose item E58 of March 2023 for approval.
Thank you very much, Executive Deputy Mayor. Do we have a second for the Deputy Mayor?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Sutumka. Is there any questions of clarity on this item? Ratsed Majisini.
Madam Speaker, njengoba uChief Mbebekathisi. Oh, sorry. Njengoba uCouncil Board becacisa i-Land Use Committee bayenza ntoni. Yintoni ngoku ebenenzeka bekwazi ukusikelela uba ngexesha elithile bathengise imihlaba engaka ngexesha elithile bathengise imihlaba emingaka. Le nto sasiyicelile ngaphambili uba sicela ukwazi uba umasipala waseMossel imihlaba yakhe iyiphi, yeyiphi, uyithengisa njani, zintoni izizathu ebangaba makathengise. Ngoku bayakwazi sacimbakanakhala komiti yeLand izawusicacisela kakuhle uba kwenzeke ntoni. Ngoku nisicacisela ngamihlaba ethengisiweyo. Kakuhle kakuhle laa komiti yenza ntoni. Mna ndiva xa mntu ayicacisayo ukhansila abantu. Enkosi.
Municipale bestuurder, met alle respect, ik heb nog die aspect administratief aan de vorige item. Daar is nog vraag aan door die land use section 79 volunteer. En wat hulle doen in land order report. Kan ik alsjeblieft vragen dat ons bedient dat hier die verzoekers zoals wat er reeds in die vorige items opgehaald is. Ik ga nu niet vragen dat daar die vraag beantwoord wordt, want het is maar een vraag wat nu al reeds gesteld is aan de raad. So mijn verzoek is dus dat ons alsjeblieft dan nou sommer vir al die raadslede, dit sluit al ons oppositiepartye in, dan nou net so 'n sameregering van die rol van die seksie 79 is in terme van die land planning of land use committee as a municipale bestuurder. Kan ek dit so versoek? Goed, Councillor Majestini, therefore the MM will then through the administration provide clarity via email, or I don't know if you will call a meeting to have a discussion, but that request is being submitted to the MM to provide clarity in terms of their functions as per the questions that we just had. And as such, you comfortable, Councillor? We will then get the feedback from the MM. Igu, herhaal gou vir my, Igu.
Land Use Committee by Israel and Criminal Circular in document to
No. Okay, good. Baie dankie. Can I then ask, is there anybody against this item? Nobody. The item carries unanimously with the decision then over the ruling that the MM will provide the scope of work of the committee to give everyone clarity. We are on page 400, item E59, Freemasign, the process to resolve the property ownership issues regarding the Freemasign sports field and sewage oxidation dam. In front of us, we have the recommendations listed from points 1 to 6. Can I please have a proposal for this item?
As the word councillor, I propose speaker.
Ward Councillor, thank you very much for proposing. We have a seconder.
Yes, indeed, Madam Speaker, I second the proposal.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. Is there any questions of clarity on the item? The item does carry unanimously. Thank you, councillors. We are on item E60, the future of Louis Fouris transfer station. Can I please have a proposal in this regard as per the recommendations listed from points 1 to 10?
Speaker, directly affects my order.
Thank you very much. Councillor Labu is proposing this one for us. We have a seconder for Councillor Labu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do second.
Thank you very much, Councillor Delamain. Is there any questions of clarity from any councillor with regards to the item? The item carries unanimously. Thank you very much. We are then at the last item for our agenda this morning. On page 410, item E61, the alleged breach of code of conduct by Councillor F.B. Porter. The recommendations in front of council this morning is from point 1 to 4. Please note point 3 as per the recommendation, and also point 4, which is very important in terms of the constituting of that committee, and it is that Councillor Nkontu then will have to form part of this committee. Can I please have a proposal on this item?
Thank you, Speaker Eugene. But before I do that, Speaker, proposing E61 item, I would like to reaffirm that everyone has a right to freedom of political expression, and there is nothing that prohibits anyone from that. It is not what this item is about, despite those states otherwise on social media platforms for cheap political reasons. This item is about the alleged breach of code of conduct for councillors and must follow due processes. I thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Nkontu, for outlining the processes of this council in terms of. Sorry, Councillor. No, let me just withdraw that. I withdraw calling Councillor Nkontu. Sorry. Councillor Nkontu, thank you very much for outlining the council process in terms of the code of conduct that needs to be followed by this council. Do we have a seconder for Councillor Nkontu?
Yes, Madam Speaker, I'll second.
We have a seconder. Thank you. Councillor Kannemeyer is seconding the proposal by Councillor Nkontu. Is there any questions of clarity or any questions that any councillor at this point wishes to ask with reference to the item? The item carries unanimously. Thank you very much, councillors. That brings us then to the end of our council agenda. Just a few announcements after this meeting. The liquor committee will need to remain behind. for your committee, which will take place directly. Then kind reminder that tomorrow morning we have at 9 o'clock in council chamber a special council meeting. The agenda has been provided to everybody. Only 2 items that were served, which is very important, very important. I would like to ask every councillor, if you do not have any other thing, if you don't end up in hospital, this is a priority, please. That you please just kindly attend the meeting tomorrow. Then I know Joanne, Councillor Bukuma, then I just on our sign language interpreter. Just want to thank you for being present here today. She has been in a car accident about 3 weeks back, and things could have been very different for her. But God kept her, and we share the life that she is here, she's alive, and nothing is wrong. Thank you very much, Councillor Bukuma.
Yeah, for the protocol committee that we can meet only for 2 minutes in the mayor's office, seeing that the committee will have a meeting here. Only 2 minutes, please.
Code of conduct committee, 2 minutes in the mayor's office by the chairperson. That's a request. Thank you very much. To the members of the public, thank you for joining the council meeting today, and for taking the business of the council. God bless you.
And I want you there. No excuse.
Okay, voila. Out of this place.
No, sorry, sorry, I don't know why I said I'm going to do. Why did it change? You see, my is open. I'm there to keep chasing you. But when you see, I saw you. I think it's Just want to unfurl us.
Hindi ka khusus Patricia de Lelua.
Ik het persoonlijk ontvang van de enige een wat interest het in die diens? Geen een. Ik ben ook de eerste.
Minutes of the previous meeting of 24 February. With the granting of the liquor licenses for the 3 prior months. The committee took notice of that. LO3 was Elmi Trading and Sharkies. It was not supported by the committee. And quiet functions, curly links in Mooney Street. It was recommended that it stands over until today's meeting. Then the next item is on page 8, L0603. It's the granting of the licenses in the Mossel Bay for February. 3 of them, Aviators Paradise, Caddy Shack at Pinnacle Point, and Pizza Evino in Hartenbos. And then the first new application is L07 on page 9. You will see that it's also an event license. The reason why it's before the committee is because we haven't received comments in time. But apparently the chairperson helped us in taking comments on this one, chairperson. It was also not before the events committee yet. The committee must just take note of that as well. Basically, what happened here, if I could just give background, it's an old, a little brook, the old Eden country was now taken over by new owners. Therefore, the current liquor license will lapse, and they will have to apply for a new liquor license. And this is now an event in the meantime. It's now Mr. Kenny Pretorius.
That's right. So then, propose.
I'll second.
Thank you.
So it's not really an event, but it's just
No, this will be
interim,
down.
license. So is that supported by the
Proposed.
Yes.
You? Next one on page 11, L08. It's the roads all at the Article 4. We unfortunately also still don't have the comments of the events committee. That's why we just put it on this committee's agenda.
Proposed.
Second.
Thank you. The next one, L09, is on page 13. This is for the Garden Expo. That's a 4x4 weekend. Thank you. L10, 03, page 15. That was the one that stood over from the previous meeting, Chairperson. Proposed by Deputy Seconder.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Yes, okay, because of the work council said it doesn't see anything. I did ask.
Yeah, but what she said in the council meeting now, which is okay because the public participation process is like follow. But if we look at the application, the reason why I support it is because also of cooperation, all of that kind of stuff in there.
Makes sense.
Do we need to wait for the work council or can we decide on our own?
Let's do it. Like
Thank you. The next one is L11 on page 17.
I know is this can doesn't we need the words councillor?
We can just what I suggest maybe, Mr. Prince, is that we just support in principle at this stage, subject to the World Council. That's possible.
Yeah, maybe.
We're just waiting to get hold of the council director.
Yeah, maybe I suggest maybe let us can phone the work council after this meeting or whatever. But don't send an email, please. Otherwise you will say.
Then it's all subject to the World Council. L11 is on page 17. It's the Woodstuff Company. What councillor recommends it?
Yes.
Can we support?
Yeah, support proposal.
Seconded. Thank you. Then L12. Sorry.
That's not events.
It's not events.
This is liquor. This is liquor. That's it, wrong committee. It is liquor.
Yes.
Not events. This is not an event committee.
It's not events.
Yes, I was part of the any vacation since I was done with school. Yeah, that is why I knew I was part of this school.
Councillor Buddha.
Councillor Buddha
He said, yeah, we got, yeah. Probably in the committee base.
And Steffi.
But what the?
That's the police.
Yes.
We need you here,
If you've got a quorum, then you don't need this.
So then you don't.
Yeah.
We are poor. We should take our way poor.
Another good is cabinet.
All right. I got you. Okay, L12.
Okay, I can leave this commitment, but I remember the age I was looking to find funds for this commitment to me, but since I was done with this commitment, I didn't receive any invitation. That is why my name is not there. I remember everything. Now the chief from chief that I was invited to that meeting is part of that few and committee supposed to have.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can leave now, but must ask on the half of that one and almost on that for chief. I can leave that because I'm late, right?
Yeah.
That's
Thank you, Chair. L12 on page 19 is Municipality 3, it's a dot. Operating from Mossel by Harbour. Councillor supports. No other problems?
Yeah, proposed.
Second.
Thank you. Page 21, L13 is Zambri Chichang Yama. It's next to the clubhouse there by the yacht club. Mr. Griffin. Was supported by the ward councillor.
So I will propose this one because it's obvious for us to be just also on the harbour. It's approved from the previous one. I will propose this one.
Just a quick question. Gladys, did you get recommendation which says it's Ward 10, but this is actually Ward 8? So it was from your advice. Okay, then I'll second that. Sure.
Apologies for that, we'll just change it to Ward 8. Page 23, L14 is Curly Span, Wimpy, Hartenbos. Also supported by, thank you, comments for that one, for Wimpy. Thank you. Page 25, L15. Lennox, Stuber and Tafas in Little Brak River.
Sounds like it can be quite nice. So we'll definitely I'll recommend, so I'll propose.
So Richard, did you receive comments on that?
I did comment this morning. She supported the system. She's job.
Can I then propose that we support it subject to the written confirmation of the ward council?
Propose.
Thank you. Second. Second,
Can we? Was it? Is it possible to do it? Okay, yes, I'll answer that.
Ik heb eigenlijk overgevraagd. Misschien met de schoenen gevraagd. Ook aan convince en dat stelen. Dat is het punt.
Thank you. Page 27, L16 is also part of the new hotel setup. So it was Rich.
Propose that.
Thank you. Supported. Thank you, Chair. That's the agenda.
Thanks, members.
Nou, dan gaan we alsjeblieft gaan kijken. Mijn Waar jy goed.
Ons het ons eie mos.
Ja.
En ek het gewoon net, ek het pas het zitten bij mij ici. Meneer Prins. Meneer Prins, steek op ons. En dit is as het ons het. En dan loop maar sê wat ek in die gesê die hele boek ons het gedoen. Dit is iets anders dan daar.
What's that?
I don't have room, Mr. Rand.
But she said she's not gonna. How did you know that? Okay, maar dan moest ons het gesê.
Het is hoekom sê maar ons is wel.
Okay.
Sê dit was received. Dan sê dat received dat word aangelegd
Deliver notes of emails.
Ja, that's.
So we can see it's just not reacting on emails.
That says
one of them is
you let them know ja op je aan kan niet jou.
Ja.
Ze zitten nu echt als we houden. Maar als dat bewijs is, dan zal het deliver is, niet de vraag moest zijn. Als zij niet, als enige een van de relatie dan de antwoord, dat ons antwoord.
Volgens mij ja, maar ik heb niet de Prins en ik heb er geen net in zitten. Ons is net recommendatie.
Ja.
En ik communiceer met jou daar. Jy is meer as meer as een kop. So, ja.
Want ik heb niet verstaan van gezegd, ik wees het op het ding. Ons hebben daar een lees met de agenda.
Ik commenteer oor weer allemaal se kommentaar. So as een lees is, dis nie kommentaar met lees. Maar die wysraad is uit die aard van die saak baie belangrik.
Nee, dat is nog jou.
So, jy sal nie sommer teen die wysraad dit gaan nie, dat ek dit so stel.
En is ja wel, aan de geen TV gespeeld van, dat is de
Ja, dis al.
Dan sê jy ons wil dan wat jy kom ek besluit die weer hoe kom ons op die poort. En wat is aan die ek het gesê alles met so tema op sy naam. Dis eintlik die rede hoekom ek sê explain nou. Dis die rede.
Dank je nou, lekker nog zo.
Hier trouwde meneer Steiner credit.
Ja.
Ik kan het niet doen, dat is niet zo. Ik ben klein op mijn yes. Ik zie er even fel.
Nou,
Dus vrienden, nou die begrafenis, nou die tekst voor dit.
To be frankly honest, it was just training interventions, wat wil jy leer? Fokol.
Ik wil je niks nie.
So you must just put in X what you want to learn, so they... Problem solving, decision making, I'll learn how to solve problems, conflict resolution, and I'll have to learn negotiation skills. We'll do that next year. And then, I don't want to learn writing and taking minutes, yeah.
Je kunt dit nog voor een toekomst gebruiken.
Ja.
Maar ik wil weer een goed
Performance management. Je voornleider. Iemand wil jou iets
ja, zoals ik als hij wil je ja aan dan doen zoeken.
We should answer.
Nee, geen.
Ja, ons antwoord en dan ons dit en dan luister jy weet hoe wat moet hier so gebeur as jy gaan moet dit laat druk. Jessica moet dit druk vir jou en jy moet teken uit en dan by Renaal
Maar dis wat ek kan sê nie. Want ja, dit ons het daar te Barbara wou sê nie, ons sê ons nie.
Wat doen nou?
Sy sê vandag nie. En dit is unfair. Sy moet eintlik goed ons uitgeprint het. En kom dit geteken dat kom dit nou ja, dit maar.
Die probleem is, ek kan nie, want ek weet nie wat die fokkies om te doen nie.
En dis wat hulle nie maak dat hulle wil. Ek het hulle so te complain oor dit.
Wat is nou dit van my son?
Ja, as jy môre kom kyk, sy verstaan net anders. Ek het dit nou spesiaal opgelos. Dis nie reg nie. En dan moet jy nog van haar aanstuur, sy sê is hier nie.
Ja, you have to basically share. As you sign, I don't even sign that now.
Pero laat ek maar net gou vos.
No, I wonder if you must sign actually. I don't see you must sign, that's the problem. Do this quickly. Do this. Apply.
Ja, dat is mooi voor jou. Ik zoek altijd brillen.
Oh, ik heb het weggegooid.
Ik wil een meisje zoeken. Daar moet het een circus. Een circus.
Ik neem ze goed, hè?
Hoe is een circus?
Kom maar uit de berg.
Niet een circus.
Kom nou. En ik ga hier stop hem op. Dan mijne gestuurd. Nou man. Dit is...
Ik wil zo graag mee. Ik die de competitie iets
Kom kon je niet. Ja, middag, morgen, avond. Ah, kak. Het is een lang fucking dag vandaag.
Ja, mama.
Oh, let's get this done. Okay, this is the easiest way. Let's quickly do this. Okay. Wat wil jij leren, guys? Performance management. Wil je dat niet doen? Public participation.
Ja, ik zou nog gaan. Ja.
Wat wil je doen?
Public participation.
Als we de PR doen, monitoring and evaluation. Personal leadership skills.
Ja.
Het doen de volgende jaar. Effective time management. Ja, communication skills. Ja, volgende jaar. Dan training interventions PR. Conflict resolution. Weer het leren. Om als mensen bekleiden. So ja, je kan dat doen. Negotiation skills, volgende jaar. Public speaking, problem solving, meeting procedures, writing and tracking, that's weer het leren. En nog even leren. Useful budget cycle, ethics. En dat is dat. En ik weet niet waar je moet kijken in, of dat je in weet. So, en dan moet